then putting plows on that. When I came across this 91 Ford with 20,000 miles on it that had been used at the University of Minnesota for their parking lots. And very clean, very low miles.
20,000?
That's 20,000.
That's insane.
The only problem, it looks like they kept the outside real pretty, washed every time, but they didn't dump the box with the sand and stuff in that. So the inside of the box is bad, it's bad shape. But, we did find a used box for $1,500, and I did get a call back from the guy about lining this box actually tonight for $1,500. So there's different routes to go with that.
That's a local box you found, right?
Right, the box I found was 5 miles out of town.
Oh.
So then we just have to swap that over, which isn't a huge deal. And it has the plow wing sander on it. Everything's ready to go, and it is that's one of the other things, most of the trucks, like the one we have, they're just physically bigger, and the wings are bigger, and they just weren't practical for in-town use. But this one, I think we can actually make use of the wing and sander. It's gonna be more of a backup plow, and if you get a real, 8-10 inches of snow and you need both trucks. So it has that capability also. And
Question, Dave, is this the wing that goes up that far?
that's the rear post. And
Which
then
is,
the toe is actually on the front bumper that you can't see. That bracket is off and in the back.
so what is this here?
That's the rear wing post, so there's a pulley up at the top of that.
That's where it hangs up.
So then that has to
and
lift that
drops
back
Okay.
point up that high.
Will that come with that blade? Comes with the blade?
Correct.
That blade.
The blade and the wing and the post are all in the box of the truck. So I don't believe I have that.
And they look okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you just put a new cutting edge on it when you need it, or
Right.
grind it or whatever, so.
Don't the blades and the wing have the bolted
Correct. The cutting
edge?
edges, yeah.
Cutting edge.
You just replace those as
Yep.
they wear out.
Is this a twin screw or?
Correct. That's the differential locker, the power divider locker. This is a straight 6-speed simple transmission. I talked to the guy I know at Lacrosse Ford Diesel and told him what motor was in it, and he was real aware of it and been around for years and no issues with that.
Is this one smaller than the one you got now?
Correct. The one we have now is like 15'8" box, and this has a 14-foot box on it. And the cab is just physically a little bit smaller. It's probably just I bet it, all in all, probably 2.5 feet shorter total length. But when you're in town working,
That's a good aid.
that's a pretty good difference. It wouldn't do, the side streets and dead ends, cul-de-sacs and stuff like that, but we do have a route, like up Money Creek or, Prairie Street and around, and then up past the pool and back out to the highway, and your main traffic routes you could do with the plow and wing on the bigger snows.
How quickly can you move, or are you going to move on this if you get the approval? Tomorrow?
Yeah. I really don't want to see this truck go away.
Well, then I move that you jump on it.
How much did you say that?
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
This is a steal.
I got a motion, guys. We got a second.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Dahl, seconded by Mr. Bunky. Go ahead, Roger.
The box that's on it, you said is rusty?
Right, they must have left the salt and sand inside and didn't clean it out every day. So the floor and partway up the sides on the inside are very heavily rusted and very crusty and would not be favorable to snow sliding out of there. And so we would either replace the box with a used one or do a liner inside.
What does a liner cost? That's what I was gonna ask.
$1,500.
$1,500?
Yeah, it was $1,500
And what does a new box cost?
A new box is like 11, 12,000, but we found a used one just out of town for 1,500. And I found another one a little ways away. If for some reason this one didn't work out, that was 3,000, but I went and looked at that one today and I see no reason why it wouldn't work.
And that's in good
The old
shape.
truck is
Yeah.
worth,
It's rusty, but it's solid. It's not flaking or holes or, you know, cross members underneath are actually really good shape.
So you could probably sandblast the inside of the bed and repaint it or primer it and paint it.
Yeah, the inside I'm not worried about, cause that just rock takes any paint or anything off anyway, but I would redo the outside just because this truck is so beautiful. I wouldn't put,
Yes.
Why didn't, St. Bonifacius, why didn't they use it more?
It's at a Ford dealership.
it's at a, he got it
Oh,
through the bid process from the university, and then he's just reselling it.
I see, okay.
Dave really liked this part too, whatever that is, he thought it was really great.
and the truck you got now,
What
Because
is
it was
that?
so
what's
clean,
it worth?
something about the air.
I've talked to a few different
Airlines.
people from between
It was
5
so
and
clean
10,000.
nice.
Yeah.
We'll put it out for bid with a minimum.
If that doesn't work, I talked to Hansi today and he said they've got a place where they send their used up ones from the elevator, and you can imagine what they look like after hauling fertilizer and everything. And he said, yeah, they get between 6,000 and 8,000 for a truck that's in tough shape.
Any other questions? Good to go, guys?
Right.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes, and
Then we had just one other piece of equipment, it's a mower upgrade. We discussed this last year about finding a mower that's better at finishing. And guys have been looking online and found one that's another used but in good condition, and the price seemed very reasonable.
Right, and we've been actually looking at for a while, and we would still, because of the bat wing mower that I have, it's a brush hog, that we have been using. We would still have to have that for inside of the dikes and along the creek and over the riprap and different areas that are rough. And this one is actually from a golf course, so it has more guide wheels on it so that it'll follow the contours. And has the 3 blades per deck set up rather than the great big, just one brush hog one. And new, these are, the one we're looking at are 15 to 20 to 25,000, depending on how fine of a finish you want. This one is a 15-foot pull behind for $5,000. We found some other ones, just kind of trying to get different prices and see whatever, and as you can see, they range there from 6,900 to 14,000, depending on the age and the size and